Let me tell you the reason why I love these workouts and why I've been able to consistently come to the gym. Number one, I have found something that I love. It's short, it's only 30 minutes. And a 30-minute class, honestly, there's stretching in the beginning, stretching in the end. You just have like a super intense short time of pushing yourself. And for me, this works because mentally, I feel like I can really push myself and exert myself for a very short period of time, and I get an amazing workout. And that's why I love these express workouts at CrossFit Kwetu for just 30 minutes. Now, boxing is something I am loving. So this has just been introduced at CrossFit Kwetu. And let me tell you, there's just something that has just woken up from the inside. And I am absolutely loving the classes with Ken. He's an amazing teacher, but for me, it's really how I feel after. It's almost like you're releasing a lot of energy, like pent up energy, and you're getting it out as you're boxing and as you're hitting those bags, as you're punching on Ken, as he's telling you to move around. It's honestly, it is an amazing workout, which I love. And you guys, these 30-minute classes, I would love for you to try them because they're short, they are effective, tough, yes, I ain't gonna lie, but they're really, really good. This is something that I recommend for us to do. This is something that I do for every single workout. So I make my own protein shake to just help me rebuild muscles. And it's also really a simple way of hitting those protein macros, which is really one of those things a lot of us are not able to unless we're very intentional and very conscious. So it's a whey chocolate powder. I've added a dark cacao. I added flaxseed in here. I've added a banana and some chia seeds because fiber is critical in just getting stuff going. And my basis, my liquid is water. So simple, that's nourishing, and it's also going to help just build these muscles. Now, one of the things I love about, for instance, shopping at a shop like we are at Zucchini is really ensuring that you're putting fresh vegetables into your body. I love cauliflower because cauliflower is a very versatile vegetable. These I actually use to make cauliflower rice. These I use for several things. Again, a soup that I absolutely love. I also use them for omelets and I use them for my vegetables. So this is one vegetable that you're gonna use and reuse severally. So the zucchini, then cucumber, obviously for your salad. I'm probably gonna grab 2 of these, which are going to suffice for my salad. And then I also love leeks. So anytime that I'm making my soups, I like to get a good form of leek. This is basically a form of an onion. It makes for a really amazing soup. And if you don't have leeks, you can also use, you can honestly use any type of onion, but I feel like it just gives it a different flavor. A lot of people ask me, how do I get my greens in? How can I, where do I get my vegetables? So I love this brand specifically. They have it's a mixed baby salad. And then I also like this baby spinach. Now, these two basically have different nutrients in them. This is a mixture of vegetables. So there's lettuce in here. There's actually an edible flower. I don't know if you can see that. Oh yeah, right here. Edible flower, spinach, lettuce, just a mixture of them. So I like this one just to give different flavor. And then this baby spinach is basically small baby spinaches that are fantastic, especially for smoothies. So a lot of people who have trouble heating their vegetables, the easiest way to heat your vegetables is honestly making a green smoothie every day, which I'm going to be showing you how to make that green smoothie. Then now obviously the people, my family, so we like our grapes. So I'm going to grab 2 different types. So my husband's gone vegetarian. And so one of the ways we're going to get in his protein is we're going to be adding tofu. So I'm actually learning how to make tofu to be adding for my husband's meals. So I'm adding a tofu in here. So the thing with this nutrition background or just been trying to stay healthy, I'm all about colors. This is purple cabbage, great for your salad. You can also cook it just like you would cook any other cabbage. So you chop it up, but I like a tiny little one and I like to add it especially in my salads just for the color. Every different color, every different food is gonna give you different nutrients, and this is what we're looking for to really help that gut and just make that gut nice and healthy. But I'm also going to add lemons, because I'm all about taking lemon water. This is a ritual, by the way, in our household. When you wake up, you could either start your day with lemon water, or you could do apple cider vinegar water, but we do like just having some lemons in there. So this should suffice, because these again are going to help, especially with vitamin C. Now, when I'm making my smoothies, one of the best things to do is the apples. And I like, honestly, the green ones. They don't taste as sweet, but let me tell you a secret. When you add them into your smoothies with the greens, they just make an amazing taste. For cookies, I do like to invest in a good brand. This is a little bit, and why I love these browns specifically is because they use high quality ingredients to make their cookies. I'll probably do like a rosemary cracker. So this is made out of whole grain, made out of organic rosemary, spring onions, and very high in vitamins and whatnot. But their stuff is actually quite good in terms of the ingredients, and I always like using or looking at the back. Look at this. No preservatives, no hydrogenated oil, MSG free. This is a high quality stuff that I would love, and it's also, what I love about it, it's also made in Kenya. Now this one, honestly, I want you guys to try this. The charcoal cracker, it's made out of charcoal. And this I love. Again, it's made with edible charcoal, parsley, and it's also really good for your digestion. Same thing, no preservatives, MSG. I love this. And what I do with this, let me show you real quick, just stay right there, is they're really good if you combine them with the mascarpone cheese. This is cheese, basically milk, and this is protein. So protein is critical. It's a critical micronutrient, and you guys will hear me say, where's your protein, where's your protein? If you don't want to do meat, another one would be is a cottage cheese. So this would be great to add as part of your lifestyle, and you can have this with either grapes or apples or strawberries, and you can add these together. And then once you combine the two of them, so you have your cheese, which is your protein, and then you have your fiber, you're hitting your protein macros. So I do like a cottage cheese, as well as a Greek yogurt. Why do I like Greek yogurt? Again, especially this brown stuff. It has no additives. It's naturally thick, it's whole. And by the way, I do recommend full fat. And I'll be talking about full fat, because the key, why do I recommend full fat? It's because while fat, it takes longer in your system to digest, and it keeps you satiated longer, versus when you do low fat, because long term your body will begin to crave the low fat stuff. So I usually will recommend full fat things. So these two, good. These are going home. So there's the white sweet potato right here. So these we'll either have for breakfast. Actually, mostly we'll have for breakfast, or we can make some casseroles with our sweet potatoes. So these in my house, and this is where I get my starchy carbohydrates from. I really try to keep my carbs coming from whole foods. So sweet potatoes would be one of those that I would recommend. Butternut is another right here, because again, a butternut has carotene and the vitamin C. That's also really good for your for our bodies. Then let me add, I love this, you guys, another hidden gem which I want you to know. They're actually called yams, okay? But these are so good. If you come and look, okay, this one has been cut, but it's literally yellow. So even when you cook it, come see, even when you cook this one, it actually is yellow on the inside. And why do we love this? Again, it's a whole starchy carbohydrate, but it's really good for us. Once you bake this, you guys, I'm telling you, you're never gonna go back. These my husband loves, so this is another way of just getting those carbohydrates in for him. And it's really just sort of understanding, what does everybody in the family like and enjoy, and how do we incorporate this? And this is not what we're gonna prepare in the course of the week. Okay. Hi Vinny, how are you? So he's going to make me, what is it called?
It's called toxin flash.
The toxin flash. So that's what he's going to be making me, the toxin flash. And what is in the toxin flash? Celery, spinach, ginger, apple and parsley and lemon. But now what I've done is, because they use more apples, usually for me I just get one apple because I don't like too much sweetness. So that's what we're going to be making, right? Perfect. Okay.
You can try?
Okay, I'd love to sample. Thank you. Yes! Strong, but good. This is so good. Thank you. Asante sana. Asante, asante, asante. Okay, we're done. Now, this, if you notice, has no fiber. I've just come from the gym and I'm really looking for some extra energy in there, and this is gonna give me that extra energy and loaded nutrients, and so this is what I'm gonna be enjoying. So for breakfast today, post-workout, I am having my kachumbari. I generally don't like onions, so it's tomatoes and dhania. Then I have eggs, which you know it's all about protein because it's really important to build your muscle. Then for my starchy carbohydrate, I'm having oatmeal pancakes. So this is what I'm going to be having for my breakfast, and it's a lot. And I generally like to add especially extra protein post-workout to help build those muscles. And this is going to sort of maintain me for at least 4, 5, maybe even 6 hours, because there's also some fat in here that comes from the egg yolk. And this is just a great meal to sort of have for breakfast. Now, on days that I don't work out, I'll most likely have these two right here. So I'll have the egg and the kachumbari, and I'll probably skip this, most likely, not always, but that's because I'm getting my carbohydrates also from my vegetables. So it's really important to just note that even your vegetables are your carbohydrates, so you're getting your carbohydrates from there. Always ensure that your plate has your carbohydrates, and ask yourself, starchy or non-starchy carbohydrates. Ensure you have a protein, ensure you have a fat. Now for this particular plate right here, I'm having my both starchy and non-starchy because I've come from my workout. I have my fat and I have my protein that is coming from my eggs.